Angel, and my co-host at the moment, it may change, but for now it's Auntie Jean Lorio.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone. Welcome.
And our chanting family, Christine Elizabeth,
Hello, everyone.
and she's waiting on trick-or-treaters. And we have Charlie Coons.
Good evening and welcome, everyone.
And we're hoping that Karen will be able to make her way in here. We're waiting to see. But meanwhile, Auntie Jean has agreed to take us in our hearts tonight. So, Jean, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Maybe it's the day. Maybe, all this Halloween stuff is interfering with the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're going to forget all that because we're going to go deep into our hearts. So, everyone, take a deep breath and let out that breath with all the anxieties and worries, any concerns you might have. Make sure that your feet are on the floor because I think it's very important that we are grounded to Mother Earth and that we understand what a wonderful, rich spirit she is and guide she is for all us humans. Take another breath and let it out. And drop into your heart. Drop into that private space, that special place where the divine dwells, where peace is always present, and where joy is the whole emotion that we feel. Into that heart, we're going to bring in love. Love is already there in the presence of our divine, but we're going to also include the love of everyone, of the oneness. All across the world, there are people who join with us in this love, this eternal, wonderful love for all of mankind. And not just all of mankind, but of all creation, every animal, every being, everything that is in creation came from the same source. And as we're going to study tonight, the source, our Father, the Word, the voice of God, is the one that we want to listen to. And we can listen to that voice in this special, peaceful place that we all have in our hearts. We can put off all the worries of the world, all the craziness, all the little silliness that we see that doesn't even seem logical because it isn't. And we listen to what he tells us because what he or she tells us is the truth. And it doesn't matter whether we call her he or she or they, because the oneness includes all of us. And so we are asking for the blessings of all the angels, of the divine, of the masters. And we are all part of the same team. And we are asking that they be with us this evening and that we learn all the important lessons we're supposed to learn today, and that we can show gratitude for all the love that has been given us for all eternity. So I thank you all for joining us, and blessings to everyone. And let's slowly come back into this now moment and start our beautiful lesson. Whose voice are we going to listen to? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie Jean. That was beautiful. Yeah. Let every voice but God's be still in me. You know, the angels tell me to use that today in the 10 million meditation. So it's an important lesson for us all to remember. Whose voice are we listening to?
I love the way the lesson brought out that we listen to it in the silence.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I told my family here, I don't know if I told anybody else, but when I light the grid every day, I always say a meditation or a prayer, whatever you would like to call it. It's calling in that love, that power. And I used to start by, just saying it, talking and all. And I finally found out that if I just go into my special quiet place and just wait, guess what? I listen and I hear a message. And I thought, oh, if we could only learn that we have to be silent sometimes to really listen to what the divine is trying to tell us and teach us. So I do that every morning now. But we do. We have to go deep and we have to be silent and we have to listen, which is really hard because your mind just runs and runs and runs. You have to make some. I tend to look at a void, what I call a void, but it's really like the stars, like the black stars. And that's what I see to quiet my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So if that helps anybody, that would be a good way to start.
Yeah, I love what they inspired me with today for the meditation. And it was just see those thoughts, those errant thoughts, as sailboats sailing along beside of you, and you're just floating in the water in that collective consciousness, infinite field of potential. And just let those be other boats. They're right there with you. So that way there's no resistance. When we resist something, it persists. So if we're resisting that there's a thought, then we're going to have more thoughts come up and scatter even more loudly. So yeah, so I think just accepting that, yeah, we're going to have thoughts. Just like you said, Jean, we can't just flip a switch and turn it off. They're going to be there. So, yeah, there's some little tricks we can use when we meditate to just find that quietness within ourselves. Karen, do
Hi,
you
Marlene.
have anything, Karen, that you use when you're meditating to quiet your mind?
Basically what I just do is follow the breath. I just keep following the breath into the heart, and I use the chakra system. So a lot of times I'll go into the solar plexus and just visualize the lake of peace there. And I just find that just keeping my focus on some kind of visualization helps me to keep centered. Plus, it's more fun.
Yeah.
I really loved what the girl last night, Marcia, I really loved what she did. That was
She was
absolutely
wonderful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that, that's another thing that I really enjoy is flying on dragons or flying on unicorns. I like just using my imagination to have that playful experience of going into the quiet and the silence, and an enchanted forest, or just any kind of way that helps me to keep quiet.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
How about you, Charlie?
that was real nice last night, Mark.
It's
Meditation.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So,
And
Charlie, how do you quiet the chatter?
well, I'll do my routine in the morning. I'll go through the chakras, and then I'll do the "It's a Good Day," the meditation that you sent me, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll put on like singing bowls or some sort of like, and then I'll read the lesson and just quiet myself, and just for 10-15 minutes just sit there, and and the singing bowls helps to quiet the mind. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't have to sit for hours and hours. 10, 15 minutes, that's perfect. That's
Right.
why we chose a short period of time for the 10 million meditation, because,
Right.
you can keep attention span for that long without starting to drift usually.
Right. Yeah, that's what I did this morning.
Right.
It was nice. But 254 in Pam's version is "Back away from the dials, ma'am. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." And that was by Socrates.
Socrates.
Socrates. I
I
was
love Socrates.
going to say Scorotus, but it's Socrates. Okay. Anyway, it's real short. Lesson 254 basically gives me 4 words that when when practiced diligently propel me into a whole new reality. I need do nothing. Yes, it says nothing. Zero, nil, yak squat, zilch. When they start hatching schemes and composing plans, all of which are laughable, limited, and focused on self-preservation, survival, and looking good, I get in my own way. The dude always has a much broader, more loving perspective. I'm not saying I never make intentions. I just know my limited brain has a very tiny vantage point. And that until I see through the dude's eyes, it's probably best to keep my opinion to myself.
You need to learn that lesson.
That's a repetitive one for me too.
Yeah. Yeah, your limited brain got a very tiny vantage point. You gotta see it through the dude's eyes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
when you start offering the opinions, just say, is this helping? Is this helping the situation?
Right.
I'm getting real comfortable with "I don't know."
Yeah, I don't know. And it's okay not to
If
know.
somebody asks me anything, I just say, "I don't know. I don't know." It used to bug the heck out of me when people would say that, but now it really brings so much peace.
Isn't it funny how we've grown up because of the world, because of the illusion that we have to know everything. We just have to know it. At least know something about it. If we don't know it, if we don't know something about it, we're
We
just,
don't know, we're better off.
we just feel like well, we're not important or something. Such a phony, silly thing to believe.
Just think when you were a baby and didn't know anything.
And that's the best
You,
way to
you,
be.
you were just pure love.
And isn't that what Jesus said? Come to me as little children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
So the insights, the process we go through in awakening to the truth includes stilling our minds of ego thoughts. We've been so used to entertaining ego thoughts that this sometimes seems very difficult to do, right? That's what we were saying. But just as any skill improves with practice, so stilling our minds of ego thoughts comes with practice. The more we practice, the easier it becomes. The Holy Spirit is always there in our minds, waiting for our return. We are not aware of God's loving presence until we still our minds of the ideas that are the opposite of God. In God, there is no conflict. In God, there is only peace, love, and joy. In God, there is quiet. So today, this is my practice, seeing ego thoughts for what they are and letting them go. Being willing to join with the Holy Spirit's bridge of return is my practice today. In quiet, I practice receiving the truth today. Let every voice but God's be still in me. Yeah, this is one of my favorite lessons. I've really enjoyed this one. And if we could just have that, I think, in front of us at all times to see with our physical eyes, it would help tremendously to keep stilling those other voices that try to take over and all that chatter that goes on, and just say, nope, just going to still all of that and listen only to God's voice. Okay, Chris, did you have anything to share, darling?
I am happy and joyful, and I walked each way day. I met another pop after me with potion to pass out my candy and making me happy. And I
Okay.
joined with Professor
Jesus.
Meaton, and I took my Professor Me potion, making me happy. So that's the joyfulness of life. See?
Yeah, awesome.
She's our
Well,
happy pea.
happy pea. So
Yeah.
I've got the next lesson scrolling on the screen. Karen, would you talk to us about that, please?
Oh, yes. So this is lesson 255. This day I choose to spend in perfect peace. It does not seem to me that I can choose to have but peace today. And yet my God assures me that his Son is like himself. Let me this day have faith in him who says, I am God's Son. And let the peace I choose be mine today and bear witness to the truth of what he says. God's Son can have no cares and must remain forever in the peace of heaven. In his name I give today to finding what my Father wills for me, accepting it as mine, and giving it to all my Father's sons along with me. And so, my Father, would I pass this day with you. Your child has not forgotten you. The peace you gave is still in this mind, and it is there I choose to spend today.
Beautiful. Choose to spend it in perfect peace. And that reminds me of the day that you took, Karen, to just be silent. And what an amazing thing to be able to shut out all distractions and remain in perfect peace.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got so much clarity in that. I got such clear communication and such direct experience that, it was really, really important. I'm going to do it once a month.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to change our hats and we're going to chant. And
Your dog.
Magi.
I think Magi does have to go out, so I'm going to just step away while you all start the chanting, and I will return and join you.
Okie dokie. So we're going to do our chant 3 times slow, and then we'll do 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all illusions, illness, and allergies be removed.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om 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 Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a deep breath into our heart center. Focus on love. Love is the only thing that's real. And when we release everything else other than that love, we find freedom. So just be in that freedom for a moment. Just sit in the stillness, in the quiet, when everything else has moved on, and we're left with just love. What a beautiful feeling. And in that high vibration of love, we are going to call in some miracles. And we do that with our next chant, which is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, I'll put the words up on the screen.
Okay, and we have our little miracle Marlene there.
Yep.
Hello.
Well,
So this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Nam
Kyo,
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Renge
Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Nam
Kyo,
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo. Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Kyo,
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Let's go once more into our heart center. Breathing in totally, filling the lungs, and then breathe out slowly, relaxing the body, feeling into this beautiful energy of love, of peace, joy, and freedom. And every night we give honor to our Creator for that love that's placed inside of us. The way we do this is by chanting Om 3 times, and then we'll stay in our hearts and we'll send that love out into the world. So take a deep breath in. You're invited to join us in the chanting of Om. Hold that love close to your heart, like it was a baby. Just coddle it and tell it how important it is to shine out into the world, to touch the hearts of everyone on the planet, so that we may have peace upon our earth. So once you have blessed that feeling that's inside of you, send it out with the out breath for peace to touch this earth, to touch our planet and every inhabitant, to go right to the core of Mama Gaia, and to shine all over our planet. May peace prevail on our earth. Om Shanti Shanti.
Chanting.
Om
Peace.
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 So it is.
Is
Every night we make a declaration about that peace being here on earth, and we're going to ask Christine to help guide us into this.
I am my honor. We do this every night. People, we eat the plants and a piece of milk and be with kind to everyone else. 1, 2, 3.
We declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare that peace begins inside of all. I choose to see only light.
Choose to see only light. Forever and ever.
Amen.
And we are a group. That would be us right here. And Marlene out there. And whoever else decides to come in and listen to us. But as a group, we've been doing this for 1,247 days now. And we're a group that created a movement. And the group is known as the
Peace for Peace.
Yes, we're Peace for Peace.
And because I didn't listen really well to our lesson, I'm going to disagree a little bit. It's not just the peas in here, Charlie. We have peas out there all over the world. And I know you know that.
Okay.
But we are the core group. You're right about that.
Okay.
We have Charlie, our magnificent, charming Charlie. We have our beautiful, happy Chris. We have our wonderful songstress and beautiful heart, Karen. We have our special super mama P. And we have our miracle Marlene. And we have our wonderful Gracie, who we miss. And we have Catherine, we have Asha, we have Annie, we have Isabel. We have we just have a whole bunch of peas. And because we have a bunch of peas, like Charlie says, we are a movement. And the movement is becoming stronger. And so we're going to ask you, wouldn't you
Wouldn't
like
you
to
like to
be a
be a
pea
pea
too?
Two.
And join the movement. And we've got so many initiatives going for peace. Peace has got to come to this world very soon. And one of them is, and it's not there. There it is that site right down scrolling at the bottom, 10 million for world peace. And it's an organization and it's also on Facebook. You can do it on org or facebook.com. And every day at 1:11 Eastern Time, thousands of people, millions of people are getting together for a meditation for 7 minutes to bring peace to the world. And it's a marvelous, marvelous time. Please join us for that. It would be so wonderful. We have so many beautiful people joining that. You can just feel the energy. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to let Terry tell you other things because I get all confused because I get emotional. So, Terry, tell us more.
Well, we are scheduling a town hall meeting and getting a group of volunteers together to do different functions within the group, like PR and fundraising and um, just sharing the message out further and wider and different projects that we'll be taking on. So you can go to 10millionforworldpeace.org and join us and get on that email list, and then you'll find out what exactly when the town meeting is going to be. I think we took a poll and we'll figure that out from what's best. But I'd like for everyone to hold an intention with me. I sent a card off today to Reverend Michael Beckwith of Agape Church and explained to him what we're doing in that card and asked him if he would like to be involved with us. So let's hold the intention together that somehow he will share the word for us of what we're doing, because he has such a huge following. And the angels told me not to email him, but to send a physical card to him that he could look at and read and see the energy of it. So hold that vision with me and let's see what happens. You know, you never know until you ask. And
That's right.
that's what I was
Ask
inspired.
and you shall receive.
That's right. So we're going to hold the intention that he is going to fall in love with the idea and somehow help us to share that message out even further. All right, so we do this every night, the Chanting for Change. We meditate every day at 1:11. We chant at night at 8 o'clock. So come be back with us tomorrow to meditate and then at night to chant. We love you so much. Thank you for being here. And we leave you with
Namaste, y'all.
y'all.
take good
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Lean.
and good
More
night.
treats, just
Lean.
treats today, no tricks.
Good night, everyone.